Hi Virgo, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly report for the month of September 2022. If you could please subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. It is your birthday season, so I wish you a very happy birthday. The summer has been very intense. I don't need to tell you that. Uranus, which takes approximately 84 years to transit, met up with the north node of karma at 18 degrees of the fixed earth sign of Taurus in your house of hope and learning and manifestation, as well as publicity and promotion. This can raise your anxiety, and it can bring very unusual events and shocks and surprises. And the news stories have been pretty crazy this summer, and the news stories in our own lives. But Uranus is the great awakener of the zodiac. It is the higher octave of Mercury, which rules your sign. And it's about seeking enlightenment and wisdom and knowledge, but sometimes breaking out of what's keeping you back, keeping you from learning and growing and having freedom in some way. And we are in the new age of Aquarius, and Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. And so this has been jarring energy for all of us, but it wants us to get out of our comfort zone in order to invent something magical. And for you, it's about really getting out there and learning amazing things and tapping into hope in new ways. The North Node is transiting in Taurus through July 12th of 2023, and it's ruled by Venus, which is one of the benefics of the zodiac. It's the planet of love and creativity, creating something of value and something of magic in a very broken time when we need something of magic and we need something to move us towards the future in hope. And the sun is transiting in the mutable earth sign of Virgo, in your sign, in your house of new beginnings, in your house of self. Mercury is about to retrograde in the sign of Libra on September 9th. It's transiting in your house of income, resources, possessions, and values. And when it retrogrades initially, it's re-examining your finances and your money, but also how you can be more creative, how you can build your skill set and your resources in this very fast-moving time in the new age of Aquarius. And Mercury will return to your sign on September 23rd. It's going to station direct on October 2nd at 24 degrees and 12 minutes of Virgo. So this is re-examining your goals, how you want to move ahead, and it's a big deal. So it's retrograding in two signs and in two sectors of your chart: what you value, your money, and also your house of self, your immediate environment, comprehensive of your whole life. So we begin the month, and Mars, which is also transiting in Gemini. The other thing too is we have big retrograde energy ahead because Mars entered the mutable air sign of Gemini on August 20th, and it entered your house of career and life direction. Big focus on your career now. And Mars will retrograde on October 30th at 25 degrees of Gemini. It will station direct on January 12th of next year at 8 degrees and 8 minutes of Gemini. So, and it will stay in this sector of your chart through March 26th of 2023, which means Mars is where the action is. Your career is going to be on fire, but don't launch something new when Mars is retrograde from October 30th through January 12th. To projects, things you've done before, that's fine. Starting something new and launching something new altogether is not advisable when Mars is retrograde, because it's a personal planet and it's how we propel ourselves ahead, but it only retrogrades once every 2 years. Mercury, which rules your sign, And everybody knows Mercury retrograde at this point. It happens 4 times a year for approximately 3 months. So we have to deal with that. And you can tweak things, and it can be frustrating, but sometimes it can be good for, editing things and redoing things and re-examining. So that's not a big deal. And I think still keep moving ahead, because as we get into October, we're getting closer to Mars retrograding, and Mars enters its shadow on September 3rd, meaning it gets to 8 degrees of Gemini, which is the degree it stations on January 12th. So you're going to know the story of what you need to work on, what you need to be looking at to be more productive in achieving your goals, your overall life goals, not just professional, but what you want to achieve. So on September 1st, Mars, which is the planet of action, forms a helpful aspect to Jupiter, the planet of abundance and good fortune. And this is good for financial and professional opportunities for you. It is an aspect of good luck. On September 4th or September 5th, depending on where you live, Venus, which is the planet of love and money, enters your sign, the mutable earth sign of Virgo, where it will be through September 29th. Venus is technically in its fall position when it's in Virgo, because it's exalted in the opposite sign of Pisces. But it's always fun to have Venus in your sign. It makes you extra glamorous. It's a good time for fixing up your appearance, or for socializing, for making a good impression, for marketing yourself. And I've found makeup artists and people in the beauty industry, a lot of times Virgos are really good. Leo also, because it's such a creative sign, but Virgo because it's so detail oriented, or it might be a Leo with Virgo energy because it's so detail oriented. So this is a good time if you want to get a haircut or do something new, something you haven't done. It's fun. And then on September 9th, Mercury officially retrogrades at 8 degrees and 55 minutes of the cardinal air sign of Libra, again in your house of money and income and creativity. So you're re-examining how you can be more productive in your attempts to be effective in that area. And then on September 10th, there is a full moon that takes place at 5:59 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 17 degrees and 41 minutes of the mutable water sign of Pisces. This is your opposite sign. It's in your house of relationships and partnerships. This could bring culmination to something you've been doing. Maybe you've been partnering with somebody on something. This conceivably could bring breakups or emotional energy with partnerships, because Pisces is such a sensitive sign. But it's clearing the way, I feel, also in terms of moving ahead as well. And then on September 11th, the sun forms a helpful trine to Uranus, good for being inventive, good for you for marketing yourself and being innovative. On September 16th, Venus forms what's known as a square to Mars. That is when two planets are 90 degrees apart and they form a kind of combative energy. It can be sexy, it stirs things up, but it can bring tension. The sun opposes Neptune that day, and that could bring misunderstandings in partnerships, but more than likely you're going to feel very enervated and drained by that energy, needing to get rest and recharge. On September 17th, the moon enters the mutable air sign of Gemini, bringing more social energy. It's transiting in your house of career and life goals. Then on September 18th, Mercury, which is communication, opposes Jupiter, the planet of expansion. That I don't feel is a negative energy. I think it could be a lot of things going on. Maybe you're partnering with others. Maybe it's a big financial opportunity that comes in. But I think it's feeling optimistic. The sun trines Pluto that day. The sun in your sign trines Pluto in your house of romance and creativity and love affairs. This is romantic energy. It's also good for feeling very confident and empowered. On September 19th, Venus forms a beautiful trine to Uranus. And that's when two planets are 120 degrees apart, and they form a very magical flow of energy that can bring unexpected opportunities to promote yourself. It can bring unexpected romantic opportunities, financial. It's just very exciting and inventive and creative energy. On September 22nd, we have the fall equinox in the northern hemisphere and the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. And that's one of two times when the sun is directly above the equator, resulting in equal day and equal night. And this is a time to honor the chart for what the season has ahead for you. So I cast it for Washington, D.C. It has Taurus rising, which means that Venus rules the chart. Venus is the planet of love, and Venus is transiting in your sign. The North Node is still conjunct Uranus, which again is encouraging all of us to break free from our comfort zone, to innovate a new future, and also to come together in a time of alienation and disruption, because Uranus doesn't like being in Taurus, but it's encouraging us to go back to being creative, going back to nature in a very technological time. And the nodes of fate are at the world point, meaning it's stirring up everyone on the collective. And the North Node in Taurus is about growing something beautiful, whatever that is for you. And the Sun and Mercury are at the world point at 0 degrees of Libra in the house of love. Venus is there as well. And they're opposing Jupiter, the planet of vision and expansion, which is in the house of dreams and empathy. Again, coming from love. We need love more than ever. And on September 23rd, the Sun and Mercury meet up. Good for getting organized with your finances. Then Mercury returns to your sign. And again, this is a good opportunity for you to re-examine what you want to do, the plans you have, how you can be most effective. I think Mercury retrograde can be a very useful tool, and since it rules your sign, I think you know that. On September 24th, Venus opposes Neptune. That could bring challenges for you romantically. There could be misunderstandings. Deception could get uncovered, but it could just be hurt feelings. On September 25th, there is a new moon that takes place at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 2 degrees and 49 minutes of the cardinal air sign of Libra in your house of income and money and value. And the new moon is always a time to plant new seeds, set intentions, do the law of abundance to magnetize opportunities. Venus, which rules the sign of Libra, forms a beautiful aspect to Pluto, the planet of empowerment and transformation. For you, this could be excellent for your love life, for your creativity, and for feeling empowered in a time where love is essential. On September 26th, Venus meets up with Mercury, very creative energy. And let's see, Venus meets up with Mercury, and there's something else that happens that day, but that's very creative energy. And then, the Sun opposes Jupiter. And that is, I don't think, a negative energy. I think it's a time that a lot's happening for you that could bring financial opportunities and just feeling more optimistic about things. On September 27th, Mercury, the planet of communication and information, forms an excellent aspect to Pluto. That's feeling empowered in your thinking, and that's also really good for you for just feeling strong within yourself, that you can heal yourself, and it's also good for love. And then Mars, which is the planet of action, which is transiting in your house of career, forms a helpful aspect to Saturn. And that's about anchoring your goals and your work, and I think that's really good for your professional goals. And Mars trines Saturn also on the 28th, depending on where you live, good for stability in our actions. And then on September 29th, Venus leaves your sign and enters the cardinal air sign of Libra, which it rules, and it's going to be there through October 23rd, bringing financial opportunities for you. It's going to transit in your house of money, creative opportunities. Venus loves being in Libra, and bringing value and partnering with others in many different ways. I wish you a lot of luck, Virgo, and thank you.